episode 7. Welcome back to the Acid Test. With me, as always, Luke.
Hello, everybody.
Wait.
It was jovial. Yeah.
How we doing, Sean?
Excellent. How are you?
I'm pretty good. How are you, Brett?
Yeah, dynamite.
Yeah, we all got some energy tonight.
Yeah,
That's
I'm feeling
good.
it.
We're feeling it. All right. First thing, we're going to jump straight in.
Into you, Brady.
Just jump straight into myself.
Yes.
Buy him dinner first. Yeah.
I did actually. I bought myself dinner. U.S. government conspiracy theories, because I was looking at conspiracy theories as far as governments go worldwide. America seems to take the cake, so they have plenty. So I just went with them.
Can't wait to hear about
Keen, yeah.
All right, so I've got 9. I went with 10, and I pulled one out because it was not interesting. So hopefully
that's a good move.
Yeah, it was a really average one.
it. Sort of want stuff on the podcast to be interesting, so.
Can we skip me then?
Oh, whack.
All right, so the number 1. Actually, I'm going to go from bottom to top. Number 9, coming in hot.
Countdown.
We have... Actually, it's 8.
Countdown of conspiracies.
Top 8 US conspiracies. Let's roll.
Is this David Letterman? All right, number 8. Government, Canadian government. So it's not even US. This one's
Jesus,
Canadian.
mate.
It's a great start.
Get your section sorted out. Like,
This is the only one that's not American. I slid it in there, you know?
Oh.
Just like a demon's whisper.
Hence
All
why
right.
it's number 8.
Number 8. The Canadian government developed gaydar in the 1960s.
Fuck off.
that's not a conspiracy.
Yeah, these are all based off of facts, by the way. These aren't just conspiracies. These are conspiracies that turned out to be based off of facts.
Cold hard facts.
How is
Yeah.
there how's what?
Yeah.
How is there any facts in that?
Well,
Tell us
it's
about
just
it.
like not necessarily gaydar ended up being factually accurate, but that it was created in the first place, although they tried to create it.
I kind of just imagine one of those, like, you know, the metal detectors that people have on beaches, like that, but it just has gaydar written on the
Yeah.
side. And it's just like,
You got metal on you.
Yeah,
Your
Starts
gaze
going
on.
crazy. Yeah.
All right, so a uni professor developed a machine to detect sexual orientation. So they hired, the government hired this guy. Like, they must have been really, really keen. Anyway, it measured pupil dilation, perspiration, and your sort of response, that's perspiration. Yeah, your responses to same-sex porn. Individuals were told it was a test to sort of rate their stress levels. So they had no idea what they were being tested for.
Wow.
Because the government secretly wanted to remove gay employees.
In Canada.
Of
all places.
Yeah, I mean,
Wow.
this is
Jeez.
1960s though,
Yeah.
so
Well, they're not exactly a Bible Belt sort of area. But
yeah. But I mean, maybe not as progressive a good 60 years ago.
I wonder how they thought their pupils dilating would have to do with being
Well,
gay.
when you look at somebody that you like, your pupils dilate.
Right.
Or if you're attracted to someone, your pupils dilate. Yeah.
Wow, interesting.
That's why yours just like dinner plates right now.
Hey.
Mesmerized.
Over 400 men were fired from civil service, military, and the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. Over 9,000 investigated.
I wonder, like, what percentage of that actually came out to be factually true.
That's what I was just going to
Yeah.
say.
I
Like,
couldn't find it. That was what I look for too.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to know.
Imagine like, you got me over here.
what gave it away?
That gaydar was fabulous. Anyway, coming in.
I swear I'm not.
This is the most stereotypical gay. But I mean, fair enough. Number 7, FBI spied on John Lennon. So
Yeah.
that's
I
actually
feel like I've
accurate.
heard that before.
So that's an actual thing that happened.
Yeah, they did. They spied on him. They put him under surveillance in 1971 due to the fact that he was a huge advocate for anti-war counterculture. Immigration actually tried to deport him in 1972, but he was deemed to be too heavily influenced by narcotics to actually be an effective revolutionary.
Wow. That's actually, well, that's not surprising because the government were onto the US government were onto everyone during that time period. You know, Arthur Miller, like the famous author, was like, he was all over, FBI watch lists and stuff. He was famously Marilyn Monroe's husband as well.
Ah.
I mean, John Lennon was like literally too cooked to care. Like, that's
Too
crazy.
cooked to care.
Too
Pretty
cooked
much
to
what
care. Yeah.
Words to live by.
I think that was on the FBI, the list there.
Yeah.
Too cooked to care.
Just like bio of like case closed. Yeah.
But that's like the whole hippie thing was that, they had these amazing ideas about the world and they wanted this whole revolution thing. But yeah, they were just like under the influence of drugs so much
They're
that
too
they
stoned
just-
to do anything
they
about
just-
it.
Yeah, they just couldn't go to that next level in actively doing something. They just talked about it.
Yeah, makes you think if they didn't take so many drugs, whether they would have got more done or whether they would have got there in the first place.
Well, what's the conspiracy here?
Oh, these are just like that. The conspiracy is that he was spied on, I suppose.
Oh, I don't think that's a conspiracy. I reckon that's
these
true.
these were all proven to be true. So
Yeah.
these are
At one
factual
time, it was a conspiracy.
Yeah.
I don't think they exactly hid it, to be honest, that they were spying on people. Like, I'm pretty sure that was quite common knowledge.
It is now.
The vans with like the flowers, like the florist, some like florist person
Well,
spying on them.
it was-
like in the movies.
It was
It's like a pretend like electronics band, but it's just like with hippie
Yeah,
peace signs
that's
on the side.
That's it.
it was
yeah.
more that they were concerned about communists and stuff, though, rather than
Yeah.
yeah.
And anyone that was against America at that time was a dirty communist.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
What's that movie and that you had to watch in English on like communism, and it was about like the newspaper and
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Hot Tub Time Machine.
that's the one.
That's the one.
Great communist movie.
Yeah. Oh my God. Dictators galore. Number
Good night and good luck.
Yes. Thank you.
I've never heard of that movie.
It's in black and white.
It might be.
Yeah, it's about like when they're looking for the people who are like maybe in on communism in the US, and yeah,
All the rage back.
yeah,
in the
good
day.
movie.
Number 6. I feel like we need like little sound bites or something. Number 6, the Dalai Lama was actually, and I mean technically a CIA agent.
What? Wait, hold on. All right, we need to go a little bit deeper.
Yeah,
What?
yeah.
Well, in the 1960s, there were declassified documents that proved that the CIA had provided Tibetan resistance with $1.7 million a year to aid guerrilla ops against China. So him being a part of that, he was then technically being paid by the American government to be an operative.
Wow.
Just Detective Dalai Lama.
Yeah,
Fuck.
all right.
Yeah, Mr. Llama.
Mr. Lama, calm the llama down. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Imagine having on your CV. Yeah, I was the Dalai Lama, also an agent.
Yeah.
His LinkedIn page.
1969 to 1971, CIA agent.
Yeah.
1971 to present, Dalai Lama.
Just, getting it done.
Yeah.
So this included an annual subsidy of $180K just for himself. This is in the 1960s. $180,000 US dollars is not a small amount.
As the Dalai Lama, can he take that? Well, I don't know his exact values, but
180K, that's his value.
The fact that he was like leading guerrilla movements against
Yeah.
China doesn't exactly, bode like peace and love and all that stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, I
think-
mean, money can't buy happiness, but it's right up there with oxygen. So,
Yeah.
It helps.
Damn
I
straight.
think that's the Dalai Lama that said that.
it is, yeah. It was. That's I got it from him.
I wouldn't hold
thought
that
so.
against you. Yeah.
It sounds like a
After the check cleared, yeah. Number 5. That's the same thing as
I'll make sure I do it next time.
The CIA tested LSD and other hallucinogens on the public. And this is...
the public.
Yeah, I mean, look, not surprising.
Well, yeah. It was, the public was people that worked for them who were unaware of what they were doing.
Oh, yeah.
So they were microdosing before microdosing was big.
Yeah.
Well, they may have been macrodosing. We don't know what the, the dosage
Throwbacks.
was.
To be honest, not just dosing. There actually wasn't really any size to it.
No.
So this was, part of MK Ultra.
What's that?
That was the whole secret sort of hallucinogenic science part of the CIA.
Right. That's cool.
That is a cool name for it.
Yeah, I remember watching like one of those old videos on someone they were testing on LSD, and it was this woman. She was like a housewife, and yeah, she took it, and she was just like, I can't describe it. It's just like all around us, and like the guy's like trying to ask him really.
It was actually John Lennon just with long hair.
And the Dalai Lama
guy's-
just flashing a badge.
Spread
And
him.
this guy is trying to like ask these scientific questions. And yeah, the chick's just like hell spacing out. And, for a housewife of the 1960s at that time to be doing LSD, like that would be crazy, man.
What the equivalent of like doing meth now is you're like, a housewife.
Yeah.
Just rock the baby and then just
Yeah.
quickly do some math. Yeah.
Walter White shit right there.
Jeez. They tested volunteers initially, and then they began testing people without their knowledge to actually see how they reacted.
That's a bit scary.
That is terrifying.
Yeah.
And this left many with permanent mental disabilities. So that's probably where macrodosing came
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to push the boundaries of how far that went. That's pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's the government. Statman, we got something?
I was just going to say, we did touch on the Unabomber, I think, last week. And he was part of MK Ultra. He was a subject. And apparently that had a big role in his, terrorist attacks. He was pretty anti-government after that. Very conspiratorial.
I bet John Lennon was behind it somehow, though.
Yeah, Oh, maybe.
And Marilyn Monroe.
Good stat.
Number 4, the government stole body parts for radioactive testing.
Wow.
Like,
Stole a body
Well,
part.
they're just walking down the road and there's a couple of arms hanging. What?
Well, this
Where do
was
they take them from?
this was after Hiroshima and Nagasaki. The U.S. government stole parts of dead bodies to measure the effects of the nuclear fallout.
They went into Japan after bombing it and collected some dead bodies.
Yep.
No, stole some dead bodies.
Yep.
Yeah.
And this is the sad part. Agents took samples including full limbs of babies without consent, and over 1,500 families were affected.
Well, I'm sure that the people that would have gone in wouldn't have had the right. I wonder what happened to the agents that went in.
Yeah, they became the samples.
Well, they could have done tests on themselves
Yeah.
as well.
Probably ended up being the guys that got macrodosed.
Oh,
It's all full circle. It's all related.
Yeah,
full
it's
circle.
all related. Just
full circle.
Oh,
Stole
don't you
Japanese
just love when they
bodies,
just
God.
it all comes together? It's just
Yeah.
that simpatico.
But yeah, that's pretty fucked up. That let's destroy this country and then go see what happens afterwards. I mean, to be fair, we'd never seen the effect of nuclear fallout on people before. So,
To that level, yeah.
but still stealing bodies and shit. I mean,
bombing's a pretty low move as it is. Then
Yeah.
going in
Yeah.
taking the remains
Just
is
picking up
kind of
scraps.
Yeah.
Like that's just unethical. Like fair enough, you're at war, but
but bombing's fine.
not.
when you're,
no,
ethics are sort of out the window during war. I would have assumed.
yeah, no, but there's still a bit of camaraderie with war.
You've dropped 2 nuclear bombs on hundreds of thousands of people, but you can't collect the body.
Don't
That's
you
way over
fucking
the
For
line.
dare.
science, yeah.
No, I get what you mean though. Like within war, as they say, all's fair within war and whatever.
The US is probably just like, look, we bombed you. We're just going to try and clean
Yeah,
up the
clean
mess.
up the mess.
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh
god.
no, don't worry about that. No. It's
Yeah.
just a leg.
It's a dog act.
It's a dug out.
Yeah, man. The US are a bunch of evil fuckers. Like,
Yeah. Especially in the 60s. A lot of this is from the 60s.
yeah, they've
Yeah.
had too much time on their hands.
Way too much. Coming in at number 3.
Rid-it-dit-dit-do.
Oh, nice. The U.S. Air Force lab researching possibilities of pheromones as a weapon.
Pheromones.
Yeah.
Right.
What are pheromones?
Pheromones are just what people
It's
give off.
it's kind of like your scent.
Yeah,
It's
like
like,
natural scent.
Your natural
Stank.
scent.
Did I hear stank
Stank.
from
Yeah.
someone?
Stank.
Your musk.
But like kind of. It's
Yeah.
Essentially.
Your Elon.
And is it?
So in 1994, they explored a non-lethal chemical weapon. Man, what? It's called the gay bomb. What is
it
with
is.
Northern America and just being really afraid of homosexuality?
Yeah. They still are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, they would douse troops in female pheromones, and the objective was to make the soldiers irresistible to one another.
Wow. They think they should just drop pheromones and then
Yep.
everyone's just like converted. Like that's
Just basically
it.
spray them with Gucci and
Guns down. Like
Wait, they spray them with like perfume?
no,
Oh, okay.
like the pheromones.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They would extract.
But
the
like
pheromones.
just getting the samples for those pheromones, like that, it just sounds like you put a whole bunch of women in a chamber to sweat, and they just collect all the sweat. Like that.
In a chamber.
That's just what I imagine in a bathroom, in a sauna.
how
I
would you
don't know.
get people to
Come on,
come
Lee.
A
up?
sauna is still a chamber.
We have 10 open applications here for women only to go stand in a chamber.
It's a spa resort weekend. You know, here's the
hard
sauna.
sell.
Here's the sauna. Everybody relax.
Completely voluntary. You must be between 18 and 30.
and sweaty.
Yeah. Like,
I love how it's just like a combination of pheromones as well. It's not even one person who's got like a good scent. It's
they
just,
make it up in a lab. Like you can quite easily make those chemicals.
Yeah.
Like, it's
Well,
not
it
that
works on
difficult.
like bees and things like that. But you'd like to think humans are a little bit more complex than bees. But
I don't know. I guess they always talk about like, foods and stuff being like natural, was it aphrodisiacs? And
yeah,
so I guess it's kind of the same, but just
like
as,
oysters and things.
is it?
Yeah, oysters are supposed to
Dark
be
chocolate.
I've never had an oyster.
Yeah,
It's-
they're not. I'm not a fan.
It's just rubbery and tastes like sea
thank you.
salt.
Oh, I'm not surprised that really gets anyone in the mood. Yeah.
Sean, stop. You're getting me going here.
I've had like one oyster.
yeah. How'd you go?
Yeah, man, I've not gone back. Let's just put
Yeah,
that
one and done. That's what Sean always says. Yeah.
So number 2,
Do-do-do-do-do.
All right, we're back to that one.
we have the government poisoned alcohol during the Prohibition.
Sounds about right.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, so in 1920, Prohibition-era bootleggers would steal industrial alcohol that was used as paints, fuels, and redistill it in order to, drink it, have a good old time. In an attempt to stop people drinking, the government changed the formulas of industrial alcohol to make it undrinkable. The plan backfired, and people continued drinking it because, people love a good time, and more than 10,000 people died.
Wow.
That's unbelievable.
It's a
Yeah.
massive fallout from that's a real
What a
prank
hangover,
gone
right?
wrong.
Man, what was up with prohibition as well? Imagine living through prohibition and like
We're living in the marijuana prohibition.
I guess, but like even more so alcohol, because there's just been some times where like, I could just really use a beer, and like to not be able to just go out and buy a beer would just suck.
Well,
man.
if you're in India, you can't.
Really,
Yeah.
What? Really?
Is
Yeah.
it legal in India?
It's illegal.
Wow.
It's that, man. Double check
Yeah,
that. But
I'm calling
no.
BS on this.
there's it's not sold privately, but you can go to like when my girlfriend was in India, they wanted to celebrate someone's birthday. They couldn't go to a store because there were no stores that actually sell alcohol. So they went down the street and there was like a hole, like what's known as like your hole in the wall kind of thing. You would go up, knock on the door. You would put, I think it was equivalent of like $10, which is quite a bit, in the hole. This is getting real dodgy.
Yeah.
And you would just be given a bottle of alcohol at random. You couldn't select. I would love a nice single malt.
I bet they
whiskey.
give you a Foster's or something shit else.
No, it's just like bootleg moonshine kind of
Ooh.
stuff.
Ah.
The old potato juice.
Yeah.
Statman, is it?
It says the legal drinking age in India and the laws which regulate the sale and consumption of alcohol vary significantly from state to state.
Okay.
So there's a few states where I
Probably
guess you can't.
hell religious ones or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Near a lot of near the border of Pakistan, it gets pretty dicey as far as what you can and can't do. So,
that's probably like the Muslim area. That would be why.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be. That
but
makes sense.
you can still get it. But
Yeah. Because like in the middle, in like some countries in the Middle East, or if not all of the Middle East, it's illegal.
Yeah.
So like when my parents lived in Qatar, they had to go to like special stores and show their like Australian ID and their visa and all this stuff to be able to buy alcohol.
Wow.
crazy.
So it's just like certain countries, yeah.
So there is still prohibition, Luke. There you go. If you want to experience it, go to Qatar.
No thanks.
Yeah.
High
But,
class.
also, I think there's a cultural shift as well. I don't know. I feel like we're more open to alcohol these days. Not that I can speak because I didn't live in the 1920s, but like, would they have been had this alcohol and drinking culture where they just would have thought on a Friday after work, could use a beer?
Oh god, yeah.
Every day after
You reckon?
work. I reckon it
Yeah.
was more so than now. Probably.
You reckon?
I reckon, yeah. From all the movies I've seen,
Movie run by movies.
they were accurate.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen Boardwalk Empire.
Yeah,
and I feel like,
They did. Yeah, they frothed a good tequila or
Oh,
something.
did they?
Loved a whiskey.
Rum.
Yeah.
yeah,
Anyway, yeah, 10,000 people died. That's pretty fucked up.
that is fucked up.
And
We definitely glossed over that.
we did, yeah. I mean, it's pretty depressing, but it's a side effect of what happened. Number one, very South American. Get on my land. Okay, so this was in the 60s and 70s. The CIA developed a heart attack gun,
Heart attack gun.
A
Did
gun.
it work? Is the question.
and it worked. Yeah,
It worked.
Hold on. So like, you aimed it at someone and they had a heart attack?
They
Well,
would've
more
shot
than
them.
that. So basically,
Because I mean,
it
you could
was-
just shoot someone, they're dead anyway. So
That's
it's
kind of a heart attack. It should have been the heart, and it's gonna,
I mean,
it's gonna stop. It was a small poison dart that could penetrate clothing and left behind nothing but a red dot on the skin. The dart disintegrated on impact, and the target felt like something akin to a bug bite. Poison denatured so quickly that it was not detectable in an autopsy.
Wow.
So that's what it's used for. It's meant to be like
It
it looks like a natural death.
Yeah.
pretty much.
Fuck.
The CIA developed it.
Yup.
The
We have
Dalai Lama working on some pretty
mate.
heavy shit when he was involved.
Yeah. What do we have a year for this? Or a
This was in the
period?
60s, 70s.
as well.
Yeah.
Dark times, man. Like,
60s in America, just like you were either counterculture or you were fucking people up, apparently.
oh, that's like, I wonder what's going on like around nowadays.
Yeah, in 40 years, we'll look back once everything
Like,
becomes declassified.
You know, the dart,
Oh, man.
what did you say? Like disintegrates on impact.
Yeah.
Like that's
That's insane.
Yeah, that's high tech.
my mind is blown. I don't like that at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lock
Crazy.
your doors tonight, people. Jesus.
Anyway, that is US government conspiracy.
I'm guessing that gun didn't enter public domain. Like,
I fucking hope not.
because I've certainly not heard of it.
Yeah. Well, the closest I can think of is just the like the little
poison
darts.
dart.
Yeah.
So that doesn't disintegrate.
Which poisons you and doesn't
Yeah.
kill you. And
But
it's
some of
not
them-
be traceable.
Some of them just render you completely paralyzed, basically, but you're still aware and you can still feel
Yeah, that
everything that
sucks.
happens to you.
That's crazy.
So they would, in I think the Amazon or somewhere, correct me if I'm wrong, they would have they would get the poison from certain, I think flowers. They would shoot it at people. They would become paralyzed, and then they would just leave them there to get eaten by like tigers and shit. And they could feel everything.
yeah.
That sounds terrifying.
One
I'd
of
rather
the
get
worst
a
ways to
poison
die.
dart to the face that disintegrates. I'd rather that.
Oh yeah. I want the Yeah, I want the Dart one
Or
from the
just
60s.
MK Ultra me for all I care.
Oh, yeah. I don't feel shit, yeah.
Have an actual dart.
Break hearts, yeah.
Alrighty. What do we got next? We're going to Brett.
We're going to me.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about hoarders and people who like to hoard things. So I found some pretty crazy stats on this just to kick us off.
Do you want to give us some context to this first?
So, all right. So,
Yeah.
sorry.
No, because there's backstory. obviously.
Backstory. All right. So the reason I got into this, obviously, I'm moving house this weekend actually, and so I was cleaning out. You go through shit as you go to pack, and I was just finding stuff. And I'm like, why the fuck do I still have this? All right, I found like this backpack, and my partner was like, "Oh, what are you going to do with that?" And I was like, "I'm going to throw it out." She's like, "Why?" I was like, "Because I didn't even remember I had it." Like
Beyblades or something. On
yeah, like literally nothing in it. Literally nothing. It was just chilling in the back.
What type of backpack was it?
It was just like something you'd take to uni or out and about to the beach, whatever.
Yeah. And you just have no purpose for it whatsoever.
No purpose for it. And I was just like, why do I have this? It's literally just taking up space. So I was just doing like a massive cull of things I don't need.
I remember when my parents moved out of our home, and since I can remember, we've had this TV, and it was cool because it was like one of those old CR TVs that were built into a wooden frame, and it was really nice. And I've always had it, and it just stayed in our garage for like all the years we weren't using it. And I mean, there was no purpose for it now because it's analog. And when my parents were moving house, I saw the TV and they were chucking it in the bin. It's like, you can't chuck that out. Like that's like
collector's piece.
Yeah, right. But when I weighed up the options, what do you do with
just
it?
like take the screen out and put like a nice LCD in there, and it still look.
I guess, but even it's the fact that it takes up so much room. Like that's why we have LCD TVs, because they're so thin and compact. Whereas
how big is the rest of the frame?
It's like this wide for people watching us on YouTube right
Nice.
now.
We need something for reference.
Yeah, if you're not watching us on
Like
YouTube,
50 centimeters?
go on YouTube and look
that's
at
what I was
this.
thinking, yeah.
Let's say 50 centimeters.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
So it's funny you mention that, because it kind of touches on like what one of my points that I was going to make is that not everyone, but 5% of the population display signs or symptoms of hoarding, which is a stat that I found. And one, like the craziest thing that I found was in the US, so between 5 and 14, which I know million, which is obviously quite like a big gap, but even 5 million is a lot. Of the people are compulsive hoarders, right? Which is twice as many as there are people who are diagnosed with OCD.
Wouldn't it be almost a form of OCD?
I'd say
Probably
so. It's considered like a form of OCD, but I found it quite remarkable that there's more hoarders than there are people with OCD, especially considering how overdiagnosed OCD is. So, like some of the cool stats that I found was 15% of the people who are hoarders know it's irrational, but still continue to do it.
Only 15%.
Only 15.
Yeah, right.
A lot of the time, people like to hang on to things because the thought of getting rid of them gives them anxiety, or they feel like even if they haven't used it, that there is still some sort of use or purpose for it in the house.
And also because, it's theirs and they sort of just don't want to give it up.
Sentimentality.
Yeah.
That's it. And there's like there's a relationship between people who do like excessive buying and then excessive hoarding. So they they love to buy stuff, or they get things for free from family members and then just hang on to it.
Man, I understand that though. Every time I buy something online, I'm like, oh fuck yes.
It's that adrenaline, it's that little bit of serotonin to the brain. Yeah.
But touching on like your family giving you stuff. So I'm just in the process of moving house as well. And I just cleaned out my bathroom vanity, and I found all the tubes of toothpaste my mum has given me because she works at a dental clinic. And there's literally a lifetime supply of toothpaste. Like, I'm not even kidding. I could literally never buy a tube of toothpaste for the rest of my life. There's just like thousands of these little mini tubes.
You just spread it on toast for breakfast next year.
Yeah, man. And I mean, I think some might have expired though. I think they might.
I'll take them, don't worry.
Yeah, but that's the thing, right? The toothpaste, you can still use toothpaste once it's expired.
I'll give it a shot.
Shit lasts forever. Like.
Yeah, might just taste a little off.
A little not fresh.
Not
But
fresh.
it's crazy, right? People just love to give you stuff. Like, there's so many times where like, I've gone to my mum's house and she'll be like, oh yeah, like I found this. I was wondering if you guys wanted it. And she's like, do you have a use for it? And I'm just like, no. She's like, oh, you sure? You might. no, I don't want more shit in my house.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't want to collect things.
Especially living in small apartments and stuff.
Yeah.
Like people are just like, oh, I can't just, you have it. And I'm just like, I have no room for this in my apartment.
Girlfriend's dad moved interstate, and he had so many things that he was taking with him, and so many things he was trying to just like, you have it. Like, it's really important. And we were just looking at it. I'm like, this is fucking nothing. Like, why would I want this in my house?
Like, why do you even have this?
Yeah. And now we have, like, the only thing I understand that's kind of sentimental is like a little rocking horse. It's like a little wooden rocking horse. And I'm like, I wouldn't use it for firewood, but I get the sentimentality. Right?
Oh, that's brutal.
No, I think with stuff like that, you've got to be brutal.
Yeah.
Like, you know, if
It's an object.
like, I
Yeah.
try and do like a bit of a cull, like in my house every, we'll say like 6 to 9 months. And
Yeah.
if you go through something, you're like, oh wow, I haven't seen you in that time. You don't need it.
I've got a top tip, actually. Top tip as far as clothing goes. What you do, put all of your clothes facing the opposite way in your wardrobe, and then every time you use it, flip it around. By the time you get to the end of the year, anything that's not flipped around, you haven't worn, throw it out.
There's a hot tip.
That is a hot tip.
Brady's hot tips.
Yeah, I reckon.
Did any
New
of your,
segment, yeah.
Brady's hot tips.
did any of your parents ever have a glory box?
I don't know.
What do you-
Sounds like that hole in the wall in India.
A glory hole, maybe?
I mean, I wasn't that close with my mum. Jesus.
What is a glory box?
It's it's just basically a thing. Sean's lost it.
I'm sweating over here.
Put you in the chamber.
A glory
Couple
box
of
is
bullets in that chamber.
a glory box is basically just something you just put like all your little baby things in, like bibs and blankets and stuff like that.
This could go so wrong.
That needs a new name. Something so innocent should not be called a glory box.
Baby box? That's, yeah.
Yeah.
Statman didn't like that one.
Man's losing it. Anyways, next.
So you,
No.
bring it back.
So what goes in your baby box?
Like I just said, bibs, like baby bibs.
From when
and-
you were a child, or from when they were a child.
Yeah, from when you were a child.
Bronzed booties and things
Yeah.
like that.
I got no idea.
It's another thing when my mum was moving out, we were just looking at this glory box and it's just like, why do you still have these things? What do you, it's literally just sentimental value.
Like chunks of hair, like your first haircut.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
My
first tooth.
My force, no, not my
No.
my,
Oh my God.
my what's it called?
Three skin?
What's the umbilical cord? My mum kept my umbilical cord.
No.
That's crazy, right?
That is.
That is crazy. The
Yeah.
haircut thing, I think, is pretty normal for Italians.
Yeah, they do that. My mum
Yeah.
did that. They just did the
Yeah.
same with like first tooth and
Not first tooth.
nails and shit.
Nails?
Yeah,
What?
it's, DNA samples basically. She was testing if I was actually her kid.
Jesus Christ.
I
You'd
wanted to
think
make
she'd
sure
know.
before she invested, you know.
She popped you out. Like, you'd think she'd know.
People get babies
Mixed
get
up.
mixed up
Yeah.
in the maternity wards and things like that, which is crazy.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Yeah,
I don't
ever
like
think
that.
about that? Like, mum looks a bit different. For one, she's Chinese. Like, she doesn't look anything like me. I'm starting to suspect something.
All right, so we're just going to go back to the topic a little bit.
What a tangent.
So, like, it's kind of, we'll say on the topic of obviously holding on to shit. So, of the people who have, or are hoarders, like compulsive hoarders, 45% of the people that are hoarders have trouble getting to their fridge in their house.
Oh my, 45.
45%.
Basically half.
Like, have you ever seen those TV programs where they go into those people's houses who are
Yeah.
like excessive hoarders, and you walk in and it's like knee deep in rubbish, and you're just like,
It's gross.
And there's a kitty litter box hidden under newspapers.
there's 16 cats,
Dead rats and stuff.
Oh,
That stink.
that makes me just
anxious,
I feel
right?
like, yeah, I
gives
get
me
Like a rubbish tip, not a house.
literally.
Yeah.
How do you live in that? How do you
But they're comfortable knowing that all of their stuff is in their house.
Are they?
Well, yeah, because
Yeah.
like
Some of them know it's irrational.
Some of them, but
Only
all-
15%.
All the
Yeah.
others are just like, well, this is fine because this is all my shit.
This is all fine.
This is fine.
I wonder if
Can't get to my bed. This
Of
is
the
fine.
45% that can't get to the fridge, how many of those think it's irrational? Because then that's just like they're completely living in denial.
that's an interesting point.
Yeah, that's a tough
Better
one.
investigate.
Statman.
What
What are you going to Google for that one?
That's a
Good luck, yeah.
Statman's just saying you said like fuck off,
Yeah,
guys.
he ain't. He's not doing
He
it.
gave us the no dice.
Yeah.
But have any of you guys maybe held on to some things that you probably shouldn't have? We'll say your rocking horse. I'm already putting a line through that one, so
Well, we've held on to it. I mean,
throw it out.
I want to, but she doesn't want to. I understand that, like, maybe it's something that you want to pass on, but even still,
Just
like,
say your dog
just
ate it.
make a new one or something. I don't know. Ride the dog. Yeah.
If you guys have kids, like we've already established in a previous episode that it's going to be on an iPad, like by age 1. So the rocking horse will have no purpose.
I thought you meant you're going to have the baby on an iPad. Like,
Like, how?
does that work?
At this rate,
A USB input.
It's like the dish it's swept into as it comes out. Just like, behold.
it's still in the box.
iBaby.
iBaby.
Yeah, but then would the iPad become the sentimental thing you hold?
Goes in the glory box.
Baby's first iPad, yeah.
This is the 8th gen iPad. Yeah, wow.
This is
Vintage,
you played
yeah.
it like every day, and you play like Angry Birds and
Angry Birds.
It's
That's
still
the
got words
future.
and friends on it.
Words of
God.
Friends. Yeah.
And then you don't throw it out. You just like completely wipe it clean or something. And then you can reuse it. Or you throw it out.
It all comes full circle.
Yeah.
So what was the question?
Have any
hoarding.
have any of you guys like hoarded things or held onto things or like done a clean out and been like, why do I obviously Luke found a life supply of toothpaste.
Yeah, so good.
Are you holding on to it?
Well, all the stuff that isn't expired, I think I'm gonna keep.
Well, I mean, like, so Sean, how long have you lived here for?
About 6 months,
So
7 months.
that was your first time moving out.
Yep.
So like when you moved out, did you like have a lot of stuff to throw out? Did you have a lot of shit?
I didn't have that much actually. Like we managed to get everything moved over in a very short amount of time. I don't think I really held on to much stuff, but no, there is stuff from my childhood, like in bags that haven't been thrown away that my parents have kept.
Just massive trash bags of
Yeah,
stuff.
like teddy bears and board games and things like that.
Yeah.
Trophies.
You got to hang on to the trophies though.
So
Yeah.
so it transcends like my childhood. So from start to but so I guess like from when I was like a baby, from when I was born, like the gifts and stuff, so like the teddy bears and stuff like that. I've not actively sought to keep them. It was more my parents keeping them. Like my mum not wanting to throw it away or something.
Yeah.
Like my trains, actually, little trains. So, we grew up watching Thomas the Tank Engine and stuff. There was little like figurine trains with all of them and little like race cars and stuff. I think
Pokemon
Hot
cards?
Wheels?
yeah, like Hot Wheels and stuff. Like, I think I might still have some of those.
Oh, man.
They might be in Mike's room.
Collector's edition.
I think they're in your old wardrobe.
Oh, well, they're in one of it. Yeah. So
Downstairs in the gym room.
oh, maybe, yeah. They're just scattered somewhere in my parents' current house.
There you go. Hang on to things you don't even know exist anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe it's an Italian thing. I have 2 boxes at my mum's place just full of shit from my childhood. I go there and mum's like, you should take it with you. And I'm like, I don't want it.
Yeah, I'm hanging on to this because you want it.
Yeah. It's just things like same thing, like little toys, like plush toys and all that kind of crap. I think my Pokemon cards are in it. That's the only thing
yeah.
I'd be like, I'd hold on to that.
My Pokemon cards are,
Hang
not
on to
being
those. They're going to
thrown
be
out.
worth a fortune
Yeah.
in the future.
Yeah.
It is the future and it's still worth nothing.
Luke's shaking his head, but
I mean, like first generation Charizard will be worth a fair bit, but apart from that, I mean, not like you're gonna get your money back on an energy card.
You won't?
My Machamp is not worth anything.
Yeah, a holographic Marchant, that'd be pretty cool. I am hoarding my old PlayStation 3.
Ooh.
That doesn't work.
It's not even that old though.
Yeah, does that? Yeah,
Nah, that's-
it would count. Though.
it doesn't work. Why?
Got it in
why are you holding on to
2008.
it?
I'm holding on to it because hopefully one day I can get it fixed and I can play all my old PlayStation 3 games because they were so much fun. I actually have some really cool PlayStation 3 games.
Like what?
There was this car game I used to play a lot.
That one.
Not
Yeah.
that I like FIFA 12. Might want to play FIFA 12 again.
yes.
But one of the best FIFAs.
The
Agreed.
FIFA, yeah.
So I guess on that, what's stopping you from getting it fixed though, Luke?
Well, I just don't have room for it at the moment, and I just have nowhere to set it up, and it's a bit of money to get it fixed as well.
True. Yeah. No. Interesting. Good points.
But I think I'm just hoarding that at my parents. Like same thing, just like keeping a box there and just a couple of like pairs of shoes and stuff, like my Air Maxes. I'm not gonna like get rid of my Air Maxes. Who the fuck would get rid of Air Maxes?
So they still fit?
Yeah, and they're high tops.
Just wear them.
Like,
Yeah, actually.
See, look though, like
Yeah,
excellent example of hoarding.
Okay.
You're holding on to them for the sentimental value, not for
Yeah.
the actual use.
but I might need an outfit one day where I do wear
there you
my
go.
high
That's
tops.
classic hoarding.
You're in the 45%.
Yeah, entry level hoarding right here. Just
one
you
pair
wait.
of shoes.
Just
Fuck
you
yous.
wait.
When was curious?
order right here.
38 years old, still smoking because he couldn't get up at 35, hoarding shoes. I might wear these high tops from 2012 one day.
Holding on to my energy card.
This Charizard will fetch me 120 grand.
That's my retirement fund right
Shut
here.
the fuck up.
I was working on a gun that can give people a heart attack. This is all the previous versions. I can't get to my fridge just behind them all, but you know.
I think the Dalai Lama's back there somewhere.
All right, I think that's a pretty good note to end the.
Yeah, great
Telegram.
bants, guys. Great bants.
Loving it.
My topic now. I'm going to talk about something a little bit more serious than hoarding and USA conspiracies.
I mean, that was pretty serious.
Yeah. Well, but it was funny.
We had sound
Good time.
effects.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
I mean,
Had some little sounds. I'm going to be talking about male pattern baldness. Why did I laugh as I said that? Well, I
because
think
it's a serious topic.
Yeah. It's actually a tender topic for me because I myself am going through a bit of male pattern baldness.
What? You got a head full of hair.
You can see like my receding hairline here, and I've got a bit of thinning on my crown as well. And it's a bit sad for me because it's a sign of losing my youth. Would you guys agree?
I mean, some people lose their hair at like 18.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I don't think so.
I can see how it would make you feel that way,
Yeah.
though, for sure. Like,
Yeah.
that you know, as long as you still act yourself and whatnot, like you'll be fine. But just I can get how you personally going through that would feel that way.
Well, it's about confidence as well
Yeah.
because like going out with a hair when you know it's eventually going to fade away is I don't know, it's just
Weren't
a bit.
you trying, like, said you were taking something?
Yeah, so I was putting something called Regain in my hair and
Rogaine?
Regain. Oh,
Regain?
well, Rogaine is another
Chemical or
yeah,
something like that?
or another product or something. But the one I was taking is called Regain, and it's got a chemical in it called minoxidil. And minoxidil is the only chemical so far that like has been pretty consistent in regaining hair. What it does is you chuck it on wherever like the affected parts are, and it tries to stimulate the pores in your hair that grow the hair, and tries to like get them
Dancing.
dancing.
You dance your way to a full head of hair.
Yeah, get them pushing through hair a bit more.
Yeah. Stimulates the follicles.
That's what I'm looking for.
Bang.
How would you guys feel if you started losing your hair? Because you guys are all looking pretty good.
Fucking hate it. I put so much emphasis on my hair,
Yeah.
as you can tell after going to the gym. No, like I used to have long hair like Statman here, and I just loved having like so much hair.
Yeah.
I've spoken to my girlfriend about this before, and I was like, I completely understand if you want to leave me if I lose my hair.
Oh, wow.
And what does
in
she say?
In a joking way.
Yeah, okay.
But, she loves my hair as well. And I'm just like, I saw my brother and, his hair is thinning very hard. And I'm just like, oh, shit. But we're very different. So,
Well,
fingers
yeah,
crossed.
because it's a gene,
Yeah,
apparently.
hereditary,
And-
apparently.
yeah. But
What's your dad like, Luke?
it's bald.
Yeah, right.
So is
does he
my-
look good with it? Does he rock it?
Does he have a good shaped head? Because honestly,
Yeah.
Does he own it? Is the big thing.
Yeah.
That's the main thing. I think,
Sure.
like I always feel uncomfortable when I see those people who have like we'll say like a full head of hair bar that big patch on top. Just commit the shave.
the Homer Simpson.
Yeah.
Like, just the
Yeah, the Homer Simpson,
Go
yeah.
full Trump or something.
No, like
build a wall.
no.
Drain the swamp.
Yeah.
Obviously. Like, yeah.
No, like I feel like you've just got to commit and just get to grip with what's happening. And
Yeah,
just-
definitely.
And then take the plunge.
Don't be Homer, be Jason Statham.
Absolutely. And Jason Statham is like he's a wanted man by most women.
Oh, yeah.
Dead or alive.
Especially the guys that have the long at the back and then bald on top. That's when they're
That's an
really
excellent
trying to.
look. That's the look you
They're
should.
really trying to grip onto their.
I mean,
youth.
there's only so much party in business you can fit into one haircut, and
I call that Dungeons and Dragons chic.
Yeah, true. But Brett, if you started losing your hair, would you be a bit disappointed?
I'd be disappointed, but I'd kind of be like, well, fuck, this sucks. But I'd probably just.
But you have a good shaped head.
I've got an enormous head. Like,
No, but I have a bumpy head. So if I lost my hair, I would look like ET basically. If you have a good shaped head and you lose your hair, honestly, you can pull it off. I think.
no,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think I'd look good with like a buzz cut or a shaved head.
Yeah.
But I'd have to just commit.
Just got to be your best self.
Wow, that's deep. From
Is that the Dalai Lama?
Yeah.
It was, after his LSD. No, so personally, I would always, when I was younger, stress about losing my hair as well. Not stress, but be like, oh, I don't want to go bald. I want to keep my hair because I've always got I've got very thick hair. But so on my dad's side, he has he's not going bald. He's got a receding hairline.
Yeah.
But my mum's side has very thick hair. So I always had very thick hair. So I was confident that my hair wouldn't fall out. But on my mum's side, they have grey hair, at a very young age.
That's great though. That's a look.
No, so
Silver fox.
I'm talking pre-30 sort of thing.
Fine.
But I
Pre-30?
Yeah. Some of my
Wow.
cousins, but I've not managed to get that. So if I somehow have the perfect blend of my mum's thick hair and my dad's coloured hair, because my dad is nearly 60 and still not grey, then that's the ultimate hair blend. So people out there watching, comment on how good my hair is.
Check out the lush locks on this bloke sitting next to me.
Has your hair started not thinning, but is it thinner than it was 10 years ago? Because I used to have really thick hair, and my hair is thinner, but it's still pretty thick.
Yeah, I think my hair is thinner than it was 10 years ago. I would like to grow my hair long again and see how that goes. But with work and stuff, I don't know how strict they are on long hair and stuff. But anyway, I would be interested because I do think it's not as thick as it was, 5-10 years ago.
But then as long as it stays at that kind of level, then you're all right.
If it stays at this level or even declines at this rate, I'm perfectly fine with that because,
Luke, is your grandfather on your mum's side alive?
No, but when he did die, he lost his hair.
Because it's apparently hereditary. The hair gene, I don't know how bullshit this is, comes from your mother's dad.
Yeah.
So
Well, I'm going to prove you wrong about that in a couple of seconds. But just coming back to you, Sean, saying how, the people on your mum's side is they have grey hair before 30. Wouldn't you just look into dyeing your hair?
So I'm not sure about that.
We all know you're not anti-dyeing your hair.
I am very pro dyeing hair.
You've been through some phases.
Yeah, so I think if it comes at a certain age, if I can get another 10 years out of this hair, and by the time I'm 37, 38, that's when it really starts showing. I'll probably be fine with it.
Yeah, I reckon that's a good age to just commit to the grey.
You're not keen on grey hair because I can't wait. I reckon it's such a good look. A little bit of grey in there.
Depends how grey it is.
Yeah, agreed.
If it's a dark grey, yeah. If it's a light grey, I don't know.
See you
Hit
later.
the road,
Closer to white hair.
It's funny, you 3-year-old Italian. I don't know what it is with Italians, right? They're all super hairy, so young. Do you reckon it's just they just pump out all of the hair that they've got and they just hit 30 and it's that's it, I'm done growing hair.
Follicle overload.
I'm done. I've hit my max and now it's just bald highway.
Well, that's the thing. They get to a certain age, hair starts falling out of here, but growing on their back.
Yeah, and the chest and
So I don't want this to be a sad topic because although it might happen to us eventually, let's make it a bit entertaining. So I'm going to talk about some myths about hair loss that aren't actually true. So this one, shampoo makes you lose your hair. False. Now, I know I also stated on the one we did about, about taking care of yourself, about hygiene, male hygiene.
Yep.
And
that's a throwback to early season 1.
Yeah, and I talked about how I shampoo my hair every day. And I think you were saying, Brady, how that's so bad for your hair.
It just strips the oils more than...
Strips the oils, yeah. But I also heard from other few people that it can make you lose your hair. It's a myth. But I'll have you know, though, Brady, that I have calmed down a bit on shampooing my hair every day.
Can I just say, thanks to that episode, I'm still moisturizing and I've washed my hair more.
And I'm flossing.
Yeah.
Nice.
How does your skin feel? Better than ever?
No, not really.
Not sold.
No. But I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
you look dynamite. Just
thank you.
Good stuff.
How's the hair? How's the skin?
Stop it, guys. So many pheromones around here.
The gaydar's going off the charts.
Chambers overloading.
Shot you with my gay gun.
That was a heart attack gun.
Gave him a heart attack with how much he loves me. Okay, so you inherit hair loss from your mother's side. False.
False.
It's a myth.
Oh,
It's an old wives' tale.
Thank God.
You can inherit the baldness trait from either side of your family.
Thank Christ, because my granddad on my mum's side is bald as shit.
Yeah.
But to put it
That's pretty bold.
That's the technical term for it.
Scientific term.
We
Yeah.
went to a doctor, and the
BAS.
doctor was like, "Well, you're just bald as shit." But my dad had very thick, curly hair actually,
Damn.
and so my hair is like in between, wavy, and semi-thick. So I'm hoping, like you,
Yeah.
that I get best of both worlds.
Yep. Elite genes. Yeah.
Elite, yeah. My brother's just thinning out,
Yeah.
like a herd of cattle.
The Chad wavy hair versus the incel baldness.
I have baldness on, well, my granddad on my mum's side and my dad's side are both bald. So, yeah.
Rip.
Feeling it. I'm feeling it.
Just means the chances are increased. Yeah.
Yeah.
But do you know how old they were when they started balding?
No. But, I mean, I
Maybe it was
wouldn't
fine.
say they were like really old.
You're going to be the 1%, Luke.
Yeah.
Thanks. As far as I can remember, they are bald though. So, too much testosterone causes hair loss.
Yeah.
False.
Is it? Ah, because I
Shit.
heard that.
Fuck me.
Because, and I think that may have come from when you go to a gym and you see a lot of bald guys there.
And they always have beards.
Yeah.
That, sort of balance it up a bit. Yeah.
The opposite
Yeah.
sort of thing you'd expect.
Don't think that myth comes from people going to the gym.
Okay, well, where do you think it comes from?
Anywhere but there.
Yeah.
There's actually a byproduct of testosterone production in the body that is related to baldness. I can't remember what it is, but it's something testosterone.
And secrete something that.
I'll find it in a second. Just
Yeah,
continue
Thanks,
on.
Statman.
Big
I think I
loss
know what you're talking about,
testosterone.
Statman.
So the more you work out, the less hair you have is false.
Yes.
It's not even.
Well, no, it's,
Well, it's not
generally-
related to testosterone.
It's just testosterone
Yeah.
levels, not
But
the
if
more you work out.
But if you work out, that can boost your
It
testosterone.
can boost.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
generally, like with those, like it's healthy to have like equal amounts of testosterone and like estrogen and stuff. It's more like with your hormones, it's not how much you have. It's usually having an equal amount of all of them, so that your hormone levels stay balanced.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stress can cause hair loss. It can cause hair loss. Can't cause male pattern baldness.
I find like stress.
Like temporary hair loss. I mean,
Yeah,
Okay,
I think
yeah.
that tends to affect women more than men.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Just from like my partner and like sisters and
Yeah.
female friends.
They just find a few
Hair
more
everywhere.
Mate, tell
hairs
yeah.
on the brush. as they
exam
run it
time
through.
comes up and it's just like,
it's like when you brush your dog the other day.
where's the golden retriever? Because there's hair fucking everywhere.
And the final myth I had was masturbation, because they reckon semen contains high levels of proteins and each ejaculation deprives the body of protein that could be used for hair growth.
I'd be bald otherwise.
Wow.
False. Really, really false.
People that believe that stuff must just be like flat earthers.
Yeah.
I mean, don't be bringing them in.
Flat earthing, like hoarding, like serial masturbators, just like the trio.
Worst kind of
The Holy
person.
Trinity.
But that does have like a little old wives' tale tinge to it, I would say. Statman, did you end up finding out what that drug was called, or the hormone?
Yeah, I literally just scrolled to it now. Okay, so the most severe form of the condition, so it's a skin condition that causes it, cystic acne, arises from the same hormonal imbalances that cause hair loss and is associated with dihydrotestosterone production.
That's the one.
Ah.
There you go.
So yeah, the imbalance, like what Brett said.
Well done, Brett.
Thank you.
Good hustle, guy.
Anyways, that's all I had to say about baldness.
Bang.
Yeah, bang.
Did we want to do? We got a mailbag this week, don't we?
Yeah, let's get into a couple of segments.
Fantastic.
Whack.
You're listening to the mailbag.
Rightio. This one comes from YouTube. Hit us up at the Acid Test Pod, YouTube, Instagram,
Got it down.
Twitter,
Twitter.
Gmail.
He's smooth like
Yeah.
butter, Sean.
Mate,
At the acid
just
test.
rolling
pod.
them off.
Save some for the rest of us.
Oh.
And the skin. Like, let's not forget about the skin.
And
the
the-
skin
and-
and the hair.
All right. This one's from Nick. Luke,
Hey.
your risk is that you assume you can easily give up your... This for context, this relates back to a few episodes ago when Luke hit us with some hard facts saying that people that smoke, if they quit smoking by age 35, then eventually it's like the effects sort of wear off the body and it's like they never smoked at all. So the comment says, Luke,
Yes.
Exclamation mark.
comma,
Yeah.
your risk is that you assume you can easily give up your nicotine addiction at 35. Many people don't find this an easy thing to do. Don't allow addiction into your life.
Thank you, Nick. That's very wise. Did I assume that? I didn't assume that
I felt it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would definitely felt like you were going down the path of smoking until you were 35 and then just dropping it.
Okay, social smoking till I was 35 and
Yes.
dropping it, which I think is a little different to a pack a day smoking
Oh yeah,
till
you're
35.
not just,
Oh, yeah.
What
What
if
if you-
burning dart after
What if you
dart?
contract cancer at 32, 34?
Yeah, but let's just say
Well,
you
you got
don't.
another good 3 years, so you have to quit.
Let's just
And then the cancer disappears.
Absolutely.
let's just say you don't. Wants to say that Luke isn't addicted just from social smoking.
Yeah.
You don't know.
That's
yet.
true. Like every time I have to drink, like I'll just be really,
Yeah.
there's absolutely no way I can't have a drink without a cigarette.
For lack of a better word, gurning.
Gurning
Yeah.
for a cigarette.
Yeah, no. Like, you just like, you really
Yeah.
want it.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you, Nick. You're right. I didn't think of that. That's actually probably a good point. Because I'd be, so used to that by the age of 35 that I just won't want to stop it. Hypnotism, maybe might be an option.
Hypnotism.
That's apparently
The first thing you went to.
I've heard. No, it's funny you mentioned that. That apparently is like super effective for people
Yeah.
who are addicted to smoking.
I had a family
Critical
member.
hit.
Yeah.
Did some of that.
hit.
Super effective.
Yeah. Jeez. Yeah, well.
Because it's a Pokemon move.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Luckily,
There you
you got
go.
your energy card on you
Hypnosis.
there. That backup energy card. All right.
So we do some cool or not cool.
Yeah, let's jump straight into it.
Cool or not cool.
Skip it, papa do. Ow. Alrighty, cool or not cool. Number 1, strong cologne.
Oh,
Because there's cologne, but then there's cologne that you can smell from the meter away.
Yeah.
You know who's coming.
Like they walk past you and you can still smell it for the next 10 seconds.
Sometimes. Ooh.
This is a hard one because it's not like I hate it, but there is a certain connotation that it's like why are you wearing that much cologne sort of thing.
What if it smells fantastic? What if
Yeah.
it's full of
That's
pheromones?
cool.
But yeah, I am going to say cool. It's cool.
It's a bold
I don't
move.
mind it.
It's a bold move.
Yeah, I was considering the same thing because sometimes it smells terrible, but sometimes it smells fantastic. So it's just like, where do you sit in the cool or not cool scale? And you can only pick one side.
Man,
You can.
So what are you going to pick, Sean?
I want to say cool.
They perfected the pheromone, clearly.
In fact, it has influenced me to wear cologne more to work. So
Yeah.
I wear it nearly every day now, whereas I never used to wear
Honestly,
What are you wearing? What are you wearing?
Yeah.
it. Polo red.
Nice.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Sorry, Brady,
Yeah.
but every time I go into work and I'm wearing cologne, I always get comments on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be the first to say you always smell $1 million.
Ah, thanks, man.
Honestly.
And the teeth and the the skin and everything. Jesus.
yeah.
It's really positive.
Sean wants
acid
love on
test.
this episode.
Yeah.
You would have,
After last week,
Yeah, it's the last time he was going to.
astrologically speaking, you
Yeah.
are cute. Let's not forget that.
That's
Jeez.
right. I forgot about that.
And what was the other
And
one?
excellent.
Yeah, there we go.
It's
Excellent.
a full-time gig being excellent.
Yeah.
Brett.
Yeah, cool. I like, I don't know, like I think of, Luke always smells nice. So, he wears like not a strong cologne, but it's
Versace. I need to actually buy some more. Run
it's
out.
really nice. So I guess if the cologne smells good and it's strong, that doesn't faze me. It's cool.
Quick whip around. We've got time. What kinds of colognes do you guys like?
Yeah, Versace Pajom is my jam.
It's a Spanish one there.
Pajom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think mine's by, is it Paco?
Paco Rabanne. Yeah.
I think it's by him and it's called Jazz Club. And
Jazz hands.
really nice. No, Jazz Club.
I used to wear the one that was shaped like a gold bar.
Oh, yep.
yeah.
Yeah.
$1 million.
Yeah.
Also Barmain.
Obama. Yeah.
Oh, they have some really nice ones.
Yeah, my favorite ever one was Polo White, and they discontinued it.
Oh,
So
no.
I had to find a new one that I liked. Went to Polo Red, but there's also a Bulgari one. I can't remember what it is, but there's a really good Bulgari one as well. Yeah,
My favorite I ever got was a gift because I would never pay this much for it. It was Tom Ford, and it was tobacco vanilla. And oh fuck,
Tobacco vanilla.
and I have one at the moment that smells like because it was $450 for a bottle,
Oh,
and it lasted a long time, and it smelled fantastic, and I always got compliments. And then I found a company that does a wax type oil, and you put that on your skin, and it just like it's so much cheaper, and it just sits there.
Right.
It's amazing, and it smells exactly the same. It's like $40.
Ooh.
That's value.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. So Tom Ford, you got wrecked. All right. Number 2. I didn't realize that this actually was going to be impactful, but anyway, bracelets. Because I didn't realize that someone was wearing them here.
Oh.
Yes. So impactful.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
like
because-
I
no,
for one,
offended.
am already offended. Yeah.
Because if no one was wearing them, then people say what they feel, but maybe you guys don't want to hurt Brett's feelings.
Oh, no, go for it.
We're very okay
Look,
with that.
yeah, I was going to say, if anyone's okay with hurting feelings, it's us boys.
Pretty positive today.
bunch of heartbreakers right here.
I'm going to give that a not cool just because the feeling of something on my wrists is just
Watches?
Yeah, it's like it feels like a weight on my wrist. I'm sure you get used to it after a while, but for now that I'm not used to it, not cool.
So you can't wear watches either?
Nah, you got your phone, man. Just check the time on that.
Just a quick like that. That's
Just a quick.
I'm with
Says the guy not wearing a watch, Brady.
not now. I wear one every day though. And
Oh, well, I don't see one.
love a good wrist flick, you know what I mean?
Sean.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I think bracelets are cool. I like to wear a bracelet. I've just had to stop wearing it because out of fear of breaking it.
Oh.
Because it's a very thin gold band, basically. Well, chain, not a band, a chain. So like at the gym and stuff, like when it rolls down and it just feels like it's going to break. So stop wearing it.
Brett.
Well, like obviously,
Not cool.
No, look, cool. I got 4.
Any
camera's that
significance behind them or
Nope.
just from Kmart?
No, there's significance. So I've got one from actually when Mike and Luke and I were in Austria.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I think it was in Austria. Oh no, yeah, it was in Austria. It was in Innsbruck. One's from like Cambodia. One's from like my partner and I's trip, and then one's from a trip that her and she just got back from. So
And do you wear them all the time? Like,
yeah, I actually like the red one. Well, it was red. That's like I don't know, 2 months old, but the rest I've had for like at least 3 or 4 years.
Even in the shower.
Never come off.
Never come off.
Wow.
Ew.
Well, yeah.
Hygiene. Apparently not cool.
Yeah, no.
I don't get that. I don't get that. But
And I mean, I wear a watch as well. But I mean,
Yeah.
I feel naked without the watch now. So
Yeah,
I completely agree. I
Yeah.
started wearing a watch about 6 months ago and I wear it every day. And I didn't wear it for one day and I felt uncomfortable.
yeah, like I don't wear it to bed and I don't wear it in the shower. That's about it.
Yeah.
You know?
fair enough.
I was going to say not cool, but now that there's significance, I think it's cool if there's significance behind it. But I don't like metal bracelets.
Yeah, neither personally. I find them kind of like I just think they look kind of tacky.
And if you
personally.
showered
Yeah.
with them, they would.
well, they would rust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Except for the ones that say resuscitate or whatever those ones.
Yeah.
You kind of need those, but
Allergic to penicillin.
yeah.
Get it off. What are you doing?
Have you
Not
heard
cool.
Have you heard of fashion?
Jesus.
Clearly doesn't listen to the test. Number 3, dreadlocks.
Haven't we done this before?
We did braids, like the corn braids.
Cornrows.
Oh, cornrows.
Yeah, jeez.
Yeah.
Don't discriminate.
Yeah, right. Get it
Hairstyles.
together.
Not cool. Just not my jam.
Yeah. Not cool.
Yeah, not cool. I think they look ugly.
They got a really bad connotation with like hippies and
They
uncleanliness.
just look
and,
shit.
and they look like dog shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
They look like big clumps of shit in your hair, basically.
Literally.
Yeah, it does.
Oh man, could not agree more.
So not cool. Number 4, murder documentaries on Netflix.
Oh yeah.
I reckon they're cool. I don't watch them enough, but yeah, like I'm always down for one. Cool.
100% cool. I mean, come on. Making a murderer and
Yeah,
stuff?
super fucking cool.
Making a cool murderer. Jeez.
Yeah.
Even like there's actually a really good like Unabomber like T talks
yeah.
about. There's kind of like a TV series on how they caught him. That's epic.
Yeah, what's
So,
it called?
That is a really I think it's called
Nice.
the Unabomber.
Yeah, right.
Cool.
Gonna give it a look up.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Add it to the list.
Do it. Cool.
And there's the like Ted Bundy ones and all that I watched
Yeah,
recently.
yeah, super cool.
Yeah. No, I'm a big fan. Only thing I hope is that it's not glorifying murderers a little bit.
Oh, there's definitely big fans of murderers out there.
Oh yeah, but that's been for
Yeah.
decades.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
But do you think that potentially it's causing more of like fanaticism around?
It could do like the 1%, like the dude that shot John Lennon.
Yeah.
Wanted to do it for fame. Like you might see that more maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Number 5. A lot of clothing this week. The brand Supreme.
What? Yeah, it's cool.
You
I
really
wouldn't-
sold me on that.
well, I wouldn't wear it. But like, I mean, I wouldn't say it's not cool because I mean, it's trendy. It might be a bit past trendy now, but
It's a bit stale.
yeah. But I mean, I won't. Like, I don't reckon it's that bad. I still reckon it's pretty cool.
okay.
Sean, looking up what Supreme is.
Sean is
Literally.
looking at So just to give you a bit of context, Sean, Supreme is kind of like a high-ish end streetwear brand. That's like, yeah.
Not cool. It's a high-end streetwear brand. That's not cool.
All right. So like I like Supreme. Supreme's overrated but really cool. They do like really limited releases of things, and like they do cool collabs, and they put out a really awesome skate video like last year.
So they have fantastic marketing, is what you're saying.
Oh yeah, look, and I love their logo. I love the name. Like I don't know, it's edgy. I like Supreme. I've had a Supreme shirt. It's badass.
Only on my pizzas, otherwise it's no good.
Shit pizza. Move on.
I'm
Next
gonna get a
topic.
shirt that says meat lovers. Yeah.
Hawaiian.
The gaydar just exploded.
Oh, jeez. I'm gonna say Supreme's not cool. Only because I don't like clothing that has big, obnoxious branding on it.
But it doesn't. Their whole thing is minimalism.
No, but
Their
it says
whole branding is a small like rectangular strip that has Supreme.
small. The
It is-
majority of shirts I see says Supreme right on the front in big fuck off letters.
It's not big letters.
It's like 20% of the shirt.
You're just talking about the logo side.
Yeah.
Yeah, their logo is tiny. Like on almost all of their shirts. That's their whole image.
I wouldn't say all their shirts. The ones I
Most
know
of them.
Yeah.
most of them.
The majority I know is literally just says Supreme on everything I've seen, and all like little fuckboys wear it. And
Okay, but like
They're fake Supreme anyway.
As-
Real Supreme, they're like literally like 200 shirts released in a single release. That's it. They
Yeah.
don't print any more.
as a brand, Supreme, cool or not cool? Like not dependent on the actual clothes
Or the
just-
people who wear it.
Yeah, just the brand.
I would say cool only because they've got their marketing and they know what they're doing
Yeah.
brilliantly. But yeah, I don't like logos and things like that, so that's probably where it draws the line for me a little bit.
Fair enough.
No logo on the phone.
Fuck. Alrighty, that is
Peep
another
show.
episode in the bag. Thank you so much for listening and watching, guys. We'll see you next week.
Yeah.